Hey, crafty besties. It's your crafty bestie, Tabby. And remember that time that I told you that if you mess up, it's okay because you can just take the page out? Yeah, that whole butterfly, dragonfly thing, it didn't work out. So I'm just going to spare you the horrible ugliness of it. But that's why we're going to make a tag for this. And then we're going to find some places for other pockets and tags and things to go in this journal. Oh my goodness. Yeah, we really need to clean this mat, huh? Maybe after today. Maybe tomorrow. Maybe not. Maybe. So I found this tag, this stencil. And I thought that I would give it a go with the texture paste. And we would make this tag a multimedia experience. But that last multimedia experience I tried to create for y'all was that was funny. That's all I can say. How ugly and nasty it ended up looking after it dried. So we're back and we're gonna do this. And don't forget, comment on yesterday's video, because that's how you enter the birthday giveaway. And in that bag, in that padded envelope, there is a random little golden book that you can use to make a little golden book journal. There's braille paper. There is, what else is there? There's bits of lace. You just never know what you might find. Alright. So we did it there. We're going to try to do some more. It wasn't about through the ugly stage and then make it, you know how Louisa says, so if it's ugly, you're not done with it yet. No, that mess yesterday, that was just a mess. Just a mess. Alright. This is better than that was, and this is a little messy already, but that's okay. We're just going through the hard part. I'm so glad that there are other YouTube channels out there that encourage us. Look, I can't even clean this right here on video. You just really I should have cleaned it yesterday, but now it's got a day's worth of crud on it. But we'll get it off. And I did manage to get most of the blue off of my hands from yesterday, but there's still a little bit. Still is a little bit, but it's not terrible. Could have been terrible. Alright. And the key to getting alcohol ink off your hands is isopropyl alcohol. I'm just saying. I will give you all the tips and tricks and keys to the kingdom as I learn them. Since I was being a scientist yesterday. I promised y'all a true story if you tuned back in today. So here's the true story. I am a preacher's kid. That's probably what's wrong with me for the most part. No, just kidding. But if you know preacher's kids, or if you are a preacher's kid, you know. So, when I was a small child, I was quite a bit more lively than I am now, and people say I'm lively now. And my daddy told me to sit down. It wasn't a request, it was a command. I was told to sit down. I did not want to sit down. I looked at my daddy, and he said, I told you to sit down. So in all of my wisdom of all of my 5 years of age on planet Earth, I looked at my daddy and I said to him, I might be sitting, and I did sit down, and I said, I may be sitting on the outside, but I am standing on the inside. And that, friends, is a true story. And as I am over 50 years old, that story may have been adopted by other preachers, because my daddy, of course, had to tell it when he went to other places to preach and whatnot. And it may have been embellished some, and it may have been retold. Let's put some mica powder on it, see what happens. And but I know y'all think that's a fake story, but that is not a fake story. That is a 100%, I'm going to shake this off in the trash. That is 100% a true story. That one is. I know some doozies that I could tell y'all, but that, friends, is a true story. We're going to run this heat gun for a minute and see what happens when we dry this mica powder into this texture paste. It's almost like embossing powder when you do it into the texture paste. And these don't have to be perfect, because we're going to find a focal point to put on this tag. But sometimes you just have to find a good background to give it some interest. And that's really mostly what I was doing here. And that was the whole deal behind the alcohol ink to start with. Alright. Y'all gotta keep reminding me. Keep those lids on tight. Keep your lids on tight, Tabby. Alright, so we're in this section of the journal, which is the first section. So far we have the little window. We have the flip out and the key. We did that yesterday. Then we have journal paper. We have vintage paper. We have this page. We have the pocket with the tags. This is supposed to go there. No, it goes here. Then we have this brown sheet, the dragonfly, and braille paper, and journaling paper. I'm trying to leave it more for journaling, but I do want interactive elements. I do want there to be a lot of fun places for the owner of this journal to find things and just have a good time playing in the journal. So, the next thing we need to do is find a focal point for this. And no, it needs to be bigger. It needs to be fun, not too fun. And maybe we can lay out a collage like this. With some of this. This is a piece of a lace tablecloth that I found at a charity shop for next to nothing. This is coffee. This is coffee spray. And We gotta let that dry. So we're gonna set that to the side because we're gonna let that dry. And we're gonna spray this with coffee too. It's supposed to not be like a tight. There we go. There we go. Let's just get all the goo that's on here and mix with it to distress it up. And there's some. Now we have some coffee stained. So this is my little mix of instant coffee, water, and alcohol. Why the alcohol? Because it keeps the coffee from going bad. That's in there. And so we are just ooey gooey, just dressing this up. And so we're going to let this dry as well. So we're going to move along. We're going to come back to the tag for that. Because obviously I did not plan well for that. On this side, I want something that goes with the dragonfly. And maybe we'll just get some ink. Yeah, we will ink up in the stencil of the dragonfly. And what color is gonna go good? We're gonna do pine needles. Why pine needles? Because I like green and it goes good with the red and the dragonfly thing. These are finger daubers, and I don't have one for pine needles. So here we go. Let's see what happens. I always like looking at people's stuff when they do stencils like this. And let's see. Let me get the back side of this just to protect things. Because I think it kind of gives that airbrushed quality. When you do this. And I think that it looks neat. Well, we wouldn't do it if we didn't make it look neat now, would we? Take it to the edge and even make it look like it's falling over the edge. And there's no rhyme or reason. There's no mathematical pattern to this. Just putting it on here. Just having fun. And that's the best part, is having fun. Oh dear. I moved it. I hate it when I do stupid stuff like that, moving it. But it kind of gives dimension and depth to the paper. There we go. Anyway, I like that. Put the lid back on. Y'all didn't tell me. Put the lid back on. We are going to wipe off this, even though we can tell Crafty Bestie Tabby has kind of abused some of her stuff. I'm even going to put the finger dauber back where it goes. What? I know. Crazy and scary when I'm doing that. Can we put some of this flower on here too? Oh, I do have a red. I do have a red. Here's red. Here's red. And this is not a fancy red, it's just red. Just red. Hello, red. And this is red and green done in a way that is not Christmassy. And I love reds and greens together, but I don't necessarily want all of Christmas all year long. Not that I don't love Christmas, and I do. Because I have a Christmas wreath that I leave up in my house year round. Because I like it. But I don't necessarily want Christmas on everything I'm doing. And these flowers look really good with this cardstock. Just a little background page, just something fun. Nothing crazy over the top, just fun. And so y'all get to watch me trying to be accountable for putting my stuff away where it goes. So, now we have this. Let's see, where's this? Flip it off. And you guys, I'm probably gonna save these because you can do collages with those. And then I have some stickers. It doesn't need stickers, it just needs to be. Just needs to be. Just be. Right, so I've told you the true story. Y'all put in the comments below if you've heard a variation of that story. Because I've heard variations of that story. And I'm like, no, no, no. That child was me. I know that child. Because I am that vibrant child. People are like, no, that's not you. Okay. Well, I know what I said to my daddy. We're just going to... We're going to put this in here. And I'm going to put it here. And this. I'm going to cut it out. Put some of this across the bottom. I don't know what it is about wanting to put written things at the bottom. But this won't leave the owner of the journal like, sorry. You know, some people like to write with Sharpies, so she could write with Sharpie, or he. Yeah. I think I want a strip bigger than this. I think I want Maybe it should go on the side. Yeah, it should go on the side just to hold continuity. And thanks for reminding me to put the lid back on. So tell me how your day was. It's another day in customer service here, so y'all tell me how your day was, and if people are nice to you, or if you've noticed people being nicer or not. But yes, here, and tell me what the climate is where you are. Here, we're about to have a freakishly cold storm. And they had a weather advisory. I was going to go back down to my mama's today because it's my niece's birthday. She turned the big 4-0 this year, and I'm so proud of her. I remember when she was little, I loved her so much. I still love her so much. It's not like I don't love her now. But it's very bizarre to think about her being 40. But yeah, she is. It's true. So now we have, and see how that's just out just a little bit? It doesn't have to be the exact same variation, and it's even on the other side of the page. So this will require a pocket. And what kind of pocket shall we use, children? Well, I think the red stuff is mostly circle pockets, but you know what? We'll make this one not be a circle. We are going to make it be a corner tuck that's rounded. That's what we're going to do. And just for brightness, because we want to brighten it up a little. I do anyway. I'm going to glue it to this yellow. Or we could glue it to the blue to kind of pull the blue up out of this page. Yes. Oh, hello. Well, y'all are getting to see my process, which is kind of crazy process, but gonna have a corner tuck. We're gonna cut it down to just around it. So this is here, and then it just gives it a little bit of dimension. And what about this peeking out from here? Let's do this and then this. Oh, yeah, okay. We don't have to have the whole thing, so don't use it all. Yes, I am a little bit conservative. I mean, why use all of it when you don't have to, right? Then you have a bit for later. So we're going to put this around the edge here. So we got some of this fun stuff coming out the edge. Okay, and then we're going to glue this. Oh, I think that looks going to look good, girl. You go, Tabby. Go, Tabby. Go, Tabby. It's your birthday. Not yet. But if you want to win that birthday giveaway, you got to go to yesterday's video called Giveaway Rules, I think is what it's called. And just put a comment. I mean, it can even be a heart. It could be an emoji. Just something to let me know you were there. There. And then live every day with intention. That looks like a really good sentiment. And that's on the blue. Yes, yes. Yes. I'm getting happy with this really much. Now, people say, oh, I'm getting sad. Well, let's be getting happy. Let's just get happy. Let's live every day with intention. That is what we're doing today. We're living it with intention. Yeah, I gotta scoot this up here more. Then we're gonna and and then we're gonna put it right on the corner. And I'm going to put the pen back in the glue. And we don't want to get burnt out doing anything. Goodness knows we do not. And so, yeah, that's looking good. And we still have this tag that's drying. The background's drying. And we're going to find some focal points and things for it. Or not. That might be a fail, but it fits right here. So we got to put something on here. We got to make that pretty. And I feel that we will. And then we have some gold ink right here. This is gold. And we're just going to smoosh it on the braille. Just for interest. Ooh. No, it's not a little old. Yeah, it's a lot old, but okay. But it's gonna make its final debut in this journal. Yes, it is. I love Braille though, because I love the tactile journal. It just feels good. Let's see how nasty I made my hands today. We're gonna keep this. We're gonna use it till there's nothing left in that ink pad. And then we need to put something in it. Let's put something musical in it. So we gotta put out our cricket. Our cricket. This is not a cricket. This is a crocodile. Even have a cricket. I haven't had a cricket in quite some time. And I might be working to change that. Yes, I might be working to change that. In this new year. Are there any music lovers in the house? If there are music lovers in the house, put a music note emoji below. Because we need to know where my music people are at. Yes, music people, where you at? Holla. I love music. I like all kinds of music. Kind of used to get me in trouble with some people. Because I do like every kind of music. I'm not set on one style or one type. I'm going to use this as the front on this one. We might have to decorate it up too. Whoops. Y'all, I'm going to show you the good, the bad, and the ugly. We'll see what works and what doesn't, and we'll create together. I do like, there's a channel called The Paper Outpost. And Pam says you should create with reckless abandon. So that's what I'm doing. I'm just creating with reckless abandon. Because creatives do one thing. They create. People who aren't, oh, that's already punched, honey. So, create. Make your day more beautiful by making something beautiful. So, yes, we have cherubs and music in that little tuck place. And we're going to put the crocodile back here. And that does have to go a certain way in this case. And that's okay. So, tomorrow, we're going to come back to this. And we're going to go through some stuff with this. And hopefully, we are able to then think about the second half of the signature tomorrow, and we might take some things to the sewing machine like these, or we can even take our pages to the sewing machine like this and stitch around it just to give it some more interest all the way around. I'm terrified of the sewing machine. I think that I think at it. You know what? I don't want these in there. I want this in there. Because this is like sending yourself a note. Same stuff. Just that. I like that better. And look, now these already have eyelets in them. It's fine. It's fine. Fine. So we're going to let things dry, settle, and get ready for tomorrow. You all, if nobody has told you today, I want you to remember that you matter, you are important, and you are enough, and your crafty bestie Tabby absolutely loves you. Mwah!